Now don't ring again. Hi everyone, this is daveac.blip.tv and this is my vblog 121 for Friday the 19th of November 2010. And this is about the fourth go because my doorbell's gone and my phone's gone about 3 times. So hopefully we'll get through it in one go, because I like to do this all in a single take, under 15 minutes, wine at the end. And let's tell you, it's Second Life, Long Live, Internet Live and Tech Live. And I shouldn't really complain about the doorbell going, by the way, because it was delivering me a birthday present for Monday, and that actually will feature on the show because it's a DVD box set. So let's get on with the general information. Well, first of all, congratulations must go to Lewis, Ken and James of the Gallifreyan Embassy that do the Doctor Who pod shop. They had their 25th anniversary event in New York just recently at Eleanor Rigby's. They had Daphne Ashbrook, obviously from the Doctor Who movie, as their guest there, and it was a great night apparently, and I've seen quite a few pictures on TwitPic and so on the internet, so it looks as though they had a really good time, even had a cake to cut. Well, let's stay with the Gallifreyan Embassy. A few things. First of all, they've got out their podcast for episode 228, and this is a great episode. I've already listened to it because it's got a segment on it with my co-host Ian, the Sixth Doctor, doing his interview of Paul Scoons, and that's part 1 of this interview. So really do have an effort to listen all the way through to the Podshop 228. And especially Ian's bit with his interview. There's lots of other good stuff on there as well, by the way. Right, Lewis has also put out a short Podshop Aftershock, and that is a reminder that tomorrow, Saturday, the 20th of November, we're having another of our seasonal Gallifreyan Embassy, and I say we because I'm a supporting subscriber of the Gallifreyan Embassy on Second Life at Katrina, and that is from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's 8 hours difference to me here in the UK. So it's from 9 p.m. on Saturday through till about 2 a.m. Sunday morning. So that is a great seasonal event. If you've never been on Second Life, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. So hope to see you there on Second Life. I'm Dave A.C. Footman on Second Life, by the way. Okay, and to look out for Lucy's Two Heart Man. So that's to look out for. Okay, well, we've got the Cult & Collective, of course. The Cult & Collective with myself and Ian. This Sunday that's just gone, we did Do Sequels Always Come Second. And what a rip-roar of a show that was. We went for over 3 hours. 3 hours, 12 minutes and 13 seconds. But, of course, you don't have to listen to it all in one go. If you subscribe to the Cult & Collective on iTunes and download it, you can listen to it at your leisure in 2 or 3 segments, should you so wish. But please do give that a listen. And please make every effort to join us on Sunday, the 21st of November, especially if you have been following and watching the Sarah Jane Adventures Series 4, because we will be doing that, the Sarah Jane Adventures Series 4 review. Of course, it'll be full of spoilers if you haven't seen it, but if you haven't, just download it as per normal, but don't watch it until you've caught up with the episodes yourself. So really looking forward to, last time we did Sarah Jane Adventures, we got a really good turnout of the collective, and we had a real extra lot of downloads with that one. So hope you'll enjoy that and catch you on Sunday with that. Okay, well, there's been 1 or 2 other bits of tech that I want to just briefly go through before we go on to some music, the DVD and the wine. Well, it's all change, isn't it, my dear? Change. I don't go off very often onto MySpace nowadays. I tend to use Facebook a lot more. That's all had a facelift and change. Although I must admit, it is a lot cleaner look. I don't think I'll move the camera around to show you, but it seems pretty easy to customise and you can get your sort of backgrounds back, and it does look a lot cleaner interface. The only trouble I'm finding is it seems to be a quite narrow fixed width, which is chopping off a little bit of some of the feeds on my thing. I might just show you that when I move the camera later. Also, MySpace has sort of done some sort of link up to Facebook, so that you can sort of check things. So I think MySpace have actually realised now that they are the sort of second-class relative, as it were, to to Facebook. It is a pity, but even though Facebook is making changes, they're having a go. They say it's not to tackle Google Mail, but they're having a go at their messaging system, and there's going to be changes on that. And indeed, there's been changes in other places. There's been the big iTunes announcement about the Beatles catalogue now eventually being available on iTunes. And also Steve Jobs has talked about with his iPhone this new iApp, which is not an application, but it seems to be a way of delivering adverts over alongside all these things, a way of getting their revenue streams up, as though they're a little bit broke. And one thing about changes, there's also been in the UK a little bit of a running battle going on between the BBC and their iPlayer and the ISPs, because we have what's called net neutrality mostly, and that's where, you know, ISPs don't try and hit you for going to certain areas of content, but they seem to be threatening to throttle back the BBC iPlayer downloads, which of course would mean the quality would just drop drastically, or you'd have to pay extra to have those downloadable features. And I think that's the thin end of the wedge. I certainly pay enough for my internet connection, and really unlimited internet without this throttling back should be the way to go. I mean, they keep talking about faster and faster bandwidth. What's the point of faster and faster bandwidth if you hit your limits so early on, or if it's throttled in some other way behind the scenes? I'm not going to mention any more tech because time is moving on. 7.5 minutes. Let me get to my music CD. And here it is. It's a Decca one. And the track is the main track, actually. It's called Piano Favourites, but Fleur Elise is the #1 track. It is indeed the first track on the CD. This is a mid-price Decca one, and I've got that queued up on Winamp. It is a little bit quiet, so let's hope it builds up quickly enough for you. Hope you're hearing that. There's some of the other tracks. Oh, isn't that peaceful? But I'm going to have to stop it. Beautiful. If you don't want to go for that CD, still look out for that Fleur Elise. It's beautiful, beautiful music. Okay, I'm going to move the camera now to go. Yes, the doorbell was a birthday present. Thank you, Matthew, coming early. And it is indeed Series 3 of Highlander. Matthew's bought me the other two before, and you'll notice it's not in English, it's mostly in German, because it's never been released in the UK. But luckily, of course, it does have an English audio track on it. So I'm just going to move the camera now, and while I do that, let me just show you my MySpace page while I'm talking about it. Remember to, let's see if we're in the right space there. Yeah. Here, and you can see they chopped off my little talk shoe things here, because it's the fixed width, but it does look a lot cleaner. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go over to the screen, Now, I've only just got it, so I haven't gone to any of the episodes. I've gone straight to the blooper reel. So let's see a little bit of that. Stop it there. It's there's lots of little great ones on there, but it was almost lucky actually that the phone went the first time I was doing that, because I got to one of the bleeper sections and it was a little bit rude, so I probably would have had to stop my recording anyway. Okay, we're up to 11 minutes. We're up to the wine. Thank heavens. Because I've been doing this now for an hour, so my wine should be well poured out. And here we are. It's called Tears 2. And it's product of Spain. It's a Rioja with that Crianza, which means barrel aged for 12 months. And it's 2007. And very quickly, there's the back label that's not focusing. 2007. Okay, and it's been poured out with some lovely flavours going up, aromas. It's that nice sort of slightly musty but slightly earthy smell with fruit underlaid it. Ooh, that is wow, that is intense. See, I don't like very heavily oaked red wines, but yeah, with some of these, it just gives them that structure. There's a lot of vanilla in there, and there's a little bit of spices and peppers, but that sort of oakiness that underpins the wine and just gives it a really nice mouth texture. Let's see if we can get that label focused for you. There we are. This deep ruby red Crianza, aged in American old barrels for 12 months, creating this soft and smooth Rioja with hints of vanilla, chocolate, chocolate. Perfect blend of fruit and wood. Right. Well, let's see. I've certainly got the. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of that chocolate. I'm not sure I'm getting that. Well, the vanilla's coming out, yes, certainly with the. I don't think I'm getting the chocolate so much, but perhaps it'll open up a little bit more. But it is very nice. It's a supermarket wine. I think it was reduced. I think it's normally about £7, and I think I got it for £5. So that's what, €6, $8. But I got it at, as I say, a slightly reduced price. But look out for those ones with the Crianza, especially if you don't mind that little oakiness. Actually, that's cheered me up because I've had a very frustrating day. Over an hour I've been doing this, and each time at about 6 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever, the blooming phone's gone on the doorbell. Well, that's it for this daveac vblog 122, and with that, under 15 minutes with a good go at the wine. I'll catch you. Oh, don't forget, if you catch this very quickly, still time to make Second Life on Saturday and our Sarah Jane Adventures review on Sunday the 21st of November at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Touch ID 54821. See you there. Bye.